What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This once again is your pal, your buddy, Scotty P, here for another day of our amazing unboxing series for Justice League Unlimited, the new WizKids HeroClix set for DC. Man, days 1, 2, and 3 have been just incredible. So if you haven't seen them, press pause, go back, check it out, because this set is almost unrivaled, and WizKids really just nailing the tone, the theme, pulling from the source material and just really crushing it. We've got a new aspect of the game with these team-up cards that we're getting. It's very cool. It's very fitting for Justice League Unlimited. If you have never seen the cartoon, I tell you, please, go pick these up. You can get the whole series on Blu-ray for Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. You will not be disappointed. I just rewatched a bunch of it. It's so worth your time. And I've got a job, I've got 2 kids, I've got a lot of responsibilities, and still I was craving just watching it every single day leading up to this unboxing. So it's all fresh for me, which might be why I'm geeking out so much. Getting to what we've pulled so far, we've got a lot of heroes. A lot of, we've got Shining Knight yesterday. We've got some villains, some, more side characters like Cheetah or Copperhead, which came up early in the Justice League, not Justice League Unlimited run. But we haven't seen a lot of the big heavy hitters like Vandal Savage or Despero. We haven't seen Darkseid. I don't know how many of these people are going to make it in. The beauty of Justice League Unlimited is a lot of these episodes focused on smaller characters for an episode here and there. You had this wonderful Mr. Miracle Big Barda episode. I hope we get Mr. Miracle. I really hope we do, because they tell this childhood story. Oberon gets kidnapped. Granny Goodness is in it. Calibac's in that. Orion's a big part. So we haven't even seen any New Gods or Apocalypse situations yet. I mean, that has to play a part at some point. We haven't seen Brainiac. He's a huge part. We haven't seen Grodd yet. I mean, Grodd is a giant part of this. So we haven't really pulled a lot of heavy hitter villains yet. Having a lot of really cool hero stuff. So I'm hoping we get some big villains in here. We haven't seen the Justice Lords yet. We haven't seen some smaller characters like, there's so many little moments in the show, like Elongated Man and Flash playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and Martian Manhunter wanting to get involved and play as well. I mean, there's so many funny little moments. There's so many quotes and stuff that they could still use. Flash at one point says, what, like a group of super friends? At the very beginning of Justice League, when they're first kind of going to form the team. And we know that Super Friends are in this set. I'm guessing they're going to be chases, but there's just so many nods to everything threaded in the DC animated universe. And I'm just hoping to pull some big heavy-hitting villains, and to just keep on having so much joy in all of these like source material nods, all of the quotes, all of these things. So without further ado, if I can find my box cutter, I can't, I'll just rip this box open. Let's get started. Okay. All right, day 4. Let's do it. Oh, I wanted a big bad, and we got a big bad. He is a super rare. He's hiding on the top of the box. It is Darkseid, folks. We just yanked Darkseid out. He is a super rare, like I said. Let's get him out very gently. Ooh. Oh gosh, I don't want to break this element on his. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh man, he's huge too. All right, Black Canary. We haven't seen Black Canary yet. She is a candidate for team up stuff for sure. With Green Arrow. We've got Copperhead, who I think we've already seen. We have another generic here, though. We have Cadmus Lab Scientist. We got a Star Lab Scientist, and they were really versatile, really cool. You basically roll a d6 and pick a support power for them. We've got Copperhead, who we already saw. Again, if you haven't seen days 1, 2, and 3, go back and check them out. And then we have Green Lantern, set number 2, which I believe that we have already pulled. So we won't look at these 2. We will look at the remaining 3, though. We got another super rare. I said I wanted a big bad guy. I'm still hoping that we get Despero, that we get Vandal Savage, but they were like a really big part of Justice League proper, not Justice League Unlimited. Although we've seen some of those players involved, like Joker, who was never in Justice League Unlimited, but was in Justice League. Hopefully we get a couple of those other villains. That being said, Darkseid is he's a double card, so he's got a lot going for him. Let's look at this generic first, this Cadmus Labs scientist. The Doomsday Sanction. Oh, man. Oh, we've got to get Doomsday in the set. Of course. Doomsday was a huge part of Justice League, and then comes back in Justice League Unlimited. Yeah, we've got to get. Oh, we've got to get Doomsday. Doomsday, that would be awesome. Okay, so the Doomsday Sanction. Empower. Power, choose an adjacent friendly character. That character can use Battle Fury until your next turn. Makes sense. Makes sense. It's hilarious, actually, how Doomsday gets free in Justice League Unlimited. There's a scientist who's like trying to do animal-human hybrid science and just can't get anything that Amanda Waller and Eiling actually want. And they fire him. They let him go. But when he's walking out of the building, they just let him go. They don't like clean out his desk or like have security escort him out of Cadmus, like one of the most locked down places in the world. They don't let him do this. It's one of the silly things in Justice League Unlimited. He just walks by the Doomsday holding tank and sets him free because he wants revenge. And then Doomsday, goes to this volcano island, and Superman and Doomsday have it out in a volcano. Awesome episode. But I did kind of chuckle at them just letting this doctor walk over to the Doomsday holding room and let him go. One of the most dangerous beings in the entire universe. You think that a Waller would have had security come in and escort the guy off, take his key card, make sure that his passcodes don't work anymore. But no, they just let him do it. It was one of the times I was like, what is happening here? But one of the few times that happened in that cartoon run. Okay, we've got Black Canary. Black Canary has Birds of Prey, Justice League International, Martial Artist. Dinah Lance, she's set number 30. Justice League Unlimited trait, which we have seen, but I'll read it again today for the first time. At the beginning of your turn, roll a d6. On a 6, remove an action token from another friendly character with the Justice League keyword that is 100 points or less. I feel like the Micro Machine guy sometimes. When I start to reread a trait for like the 40th time, I feel like I read that very quickly. The Micro Machine guy, if anybody remembers him. He's also got Canary Cry. She has a special attack power, Penetrating Psychic Blast. When Black Canary uses it and hits, after resolutions, knock back all opposing characters adjacent to the hit target 2 squares. Oh yeah. If you call me girlfriend, I'm going to drop kick you into the next county. Always ready, trained by Wildcat. Oh man. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like Wildcat has a big, huge episode all by himself. You see Dr. Midnight, you see Atom Smasher, you see Sand, you see all these Justice Society characters in the show as well, and we haven't seen a single one of them in this set. Wildcat should be in. Wildcat's got a great Justice League Unlimited episode. All right, let's go back. Roulette is involved in that one. Okay, look at the back of her card here. She's got an 11 attack value on 3 out of her 5 clicks. Pretty solid. She's only 45 points, but packs enough of a punch for 45 to consider fielding. Some other figures in her weight class have a little bit extra, but still very, very good. And I would love to see her team up with Green Arrow. I wonder if there are team-up cards for these, because we didn't get one for her. We didn't get one for Vixen, so maybe it's only for the original 7, and then people that they would team up with. Because we saw one for Hawkgirl, Superman, Flash. So maybe there's a little bit less to this team up card than I thought there was. But I mean, you should have one for like Vigilante and Shining Knight, or for Hawk and Dove if you get them, or Fire and Ice if you get Fire and Ice in this set. Man, there's so many characters. So many characters. All right, Darkseid. Oh man, let's take a look at this guy. First of all, top dial, 8 movement, 12 attack, 19 defense, 5 damage. I mean, yeah, super rare all the way. Quintessence, whole thing. You see that element there? Man, he looks incredible. Oh, he looks so good. You know, Justice League Unlimited, they did this thing where the big bads were never really revealed until the final episode, and the same thing happened with Darkseid in Season 3. you don't really see him a lot. You see him in Justice League, and then you see him in Justice League Unlimited Season 3 towards the very end. He's got Apocalypse, New Gods, Cosmic, Deity, and Ruler. Omega Beam, free. If Darkseid has not been moved or placed this turn, and if no opposing character is adjacent, generate an Omega Beam marker. Max of 1. Free. Roll 2d6. For each d6 result, you choose the order. Choose a horizontal or vertical direct path from the Omega Beam marker, and then place the marker exactly that many squares away along that direct path. If either path first crosses a square occupied by an opposing character, remove the marker, and then make a close attack targeting that character regardless of adjacency, or a piece of blocking terrain, remove the marker, then destroy that piece of blocking terrain. Okay, so you set out the Omega Beam, you roll the dice, you move it a row or a column, depending on, and you get to pick, 4 squares, in the column, 3 squares in the row, until you can hit a character, and then you make a close combat attack using his damage, which is ridiculously high, or you can break walls or whatever and get a clean line of fire. But that is working independent. It's free. It's working independent of Darkseid himself. He also has a Boom Tube Arrival, Phasing Teleport. When Darkseid uses it, his speed value is 12, and after resolutions, remove an action token from him. Ugh. Oh, man. We saw the Wonder Woman. She also had Boom Tube as well, so that's a shared trait. Cruel Ruler of Apocalypse, Mastermind. When Darkseid uses Mastermind, after resolutions, heal him 1 click. Come on, man. Apocalypse Armor, Impervious, but succeeds on a roll of 4 to 6. Darkseid reduces penetrating damage dealt to him by equal or lower point characters. Ugh. What? He reduces penetrating damage. He's got an Impervious on a 4 to 6. He's protected from Pulse Wave. He is nasty. Nasty. The inside of the card just has a lot of his flavor text. Let the universal howl in despair, for I have returned. Yeah, he says that and raises a fist to all of, because Apocalypse has been at war and since he's been missing. Wunderbar and Granny Goodness have been fighting each other for control, using Calabac and everything. Look at that. Nothing but 4s and 5s all the way down to his final click. He comes in at 200 points. You do not play him at any levels. That's awesome. That Darkseid is dope. One thing that I love about this set, even though it's Justice League Unlimited, it's the cartoon, they're still using a lot of keywords that don't even show up. Like birds for Black Canary is cool, and it seems like he has all of his keywords as well. With New Gods and everything. He talks about going and seeing the New Gods, but he doesn't really ever go do it. You kind of see them in the background in Justice League Unlimited, but he still has New Gods as a keyword, which is cool. So he'll play with them nicely. All right, next. Oh, yes. Okay, we got another super rare here, and it's somebody I have been, where it's from a group that I have been waiting for that we haven't seen a lot of yet, and this is the Justice Lord's Martian Manhunter. Oh man, that sculpt is awesome. I think that's Justice Lord's. I'm pretty sure that's the Justice Lord's version. We've got another Flash here, which is set number 3, which is that's really Lex Luthor. We know that because we've pulled that one already. This Wonder Woman. Oh, finally, good. Yeah, we got the real Wonder Woman, not the future Wonder Woman. Got another Flash here, who is set number 20, who we've seen. That's really Wally West. And then this is from a great episode as well, the past and future thing, and the once and future thing. There's a 2-parter that they did in Justice League Unlimited, which they did not do a lot of. And it's where Green Lantern and a couple other characters get sent to the past. And they meet Jonah Hex and Batlash and a couple of other characters. And it's all has to do with Kronos. And then they end up chasing him into the future. And that's where you see future Static Shock. It would be great if we got Static in this set, by the way. You see future Static. You see Batman Beyond, who I'd be surprised if we don't have a Batman Beyond in this set. And you see them from the future, and they're trying to prevent this horrible thing that happens in the future. And then I won't tell you how it all resolves, but that's Jonah Hex, man. I actually didn't expect Jonah Hex. So again, we get some surprises here. We get some surprises, and the slots available for characters start to shrink just a little bit more. So we saw this flash already. I'm going to set him to the side. Actually, we saw both of these flashes. One of them is Lex, and one of them is not. And we have not seen the rest. So let's start with Jonah, actually, since I was just talking about him. Jonah Hex. Take a look at this. Can't really see his face all that well. You know, that gaping hole in his cheek that he usually has. Justice League, Past and Soldier are the keywords. Set number 13. 6-shooter. Blades, claws, fangs, but for range. That's awesome. Instead of close actions. And only if targeting a single character. That's pretty great. That's an awesome way to do Jonah. Very cool. Haven't seen Jonah Hex in a while. The back there, you got some running shot, 11 attack value. Pretty good. Solid, solid, solid. 60 points. The once and future thing. Yeah, the 2-part episode. So he's in part 1, and then they go ahead in time to part 2. Okay. Let's go with Wonder Woman next. Wonder Woman. Amazon, Justice League Deity, Warrior, set number 9. Justice League Unlimited. At the beginning of your turn, we've read that trait already. You roll that d6, you can pull a token. And Princess of the Themyscira. Wonder Woman takes a maximum of 1 damage from range attacks if she can draw a line of fire to her attacker. Boom. She's got those bracelets, right? That's what we're talking about here. All right. She's got some hypersonic speed. Super strength, of course, and 11 attack. Hypersonic speed on Wonder Woman is always fun. It's interesting with Wonder Woman in Justice League because, you know, the cartoon, when she comes into play, she's a rookie. She comes out of Themyscira. It's the first time ever setting, you know, foot into the world, and we're so used to Wonder Woman being a part of that trinity and just being, you know, a leader, a fierce warrior, all this stuff. And she was all those things, but she was still so green in the first couple of episodes of Justice League. So to watch her grow over the course of the series and to watch her interplay with Batman, the back and forth with her and Bruce is so good in the show. All right, last but not least, for the unboxing, day 4, we've got Martian Manhunter, and yes, Justice Lords. Oh yeah, he's wicked. This sculpt is awesome. Like that dragon/snake situation. Justice Lords. He's got Justice Lords, Cosmic, Detective, Police, and Ruler keywords. Set number 64. Got a trait. When Martian Manhunter damages an opposing character with an attack, after resolutions, deal that character 1 unavoidable damage. If that character is not KO'd, immediately heal it 1 click. Okay, so only gets that bonus damage if it is KOing the figure that it's attacking. Alien Snake Dragon. Yep, Alien Snake Dragon. That's exactly what I said. It's a snake. Is it a dragon? It's both. Flurry and Stealth. Giant reach of 3. Phasing teleport as free. But Martian Manhunter can't move more than 4 squares. Has a special defense power, Indomitable, Regeneration, Super Senses. Boom. I was really expecting these Justice Lords to be a little bit more powerful. I know I'm saying that. I'm looking at this card. I'm seeing the attack values. I'm seeing the power array that he has, and it's all pretty fierce. But I was expecting just a little bit more oomph out of the Justice Lords, them to be a little bit more dangerous. But they look awesome. But the flash that we pulled was only 4 clicks, and I guess that's fitting because he passes away, and that's what causes that whole Justice Lord situation to fall apart. But yeah, I was expecting maybe just a little bit more. That being said, that's day 4. That is day 4. We got 2 super rares today, both big bad guys. Darkseid, whoo, that is a bad boy right there. That Darkseid is incredible. And then we got some surprises with Jonah Hex, and we got some of the good team up stuff, you know, with Black Canary and everything. Today was a good day. Which that's also a great song. Okay, let's see. Tomorrow's day 5. That's it. We've come almost to the end. I want to thank you all for going on this journey with me. I want to thank WizKids for sending this product out to me to like help share with you guys. There's nothing I like better than a little back and forth here with my people, with the people that love clicks just like me. I want to say thank you to Hyper RPG, the studio we're shooting in right now. They are always so gracious, always so amazing, and volunteer the space for us to do this, and that is incredible. So thank you to them. Find them on YouTube, find them on Twitch, and thank you to you guys for watching. I will see you tomorrow for day 5, and until then, may all your rolls be critical hits. It's a 10. It's pretty close.